Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on my video. This is Keck Bike Tripping, and I'm here to tell you we all make mistakes, and on this day I made plenty of mistakes. This was my 9th donut ride. On this day I was trying to make my way to Buckeye Donuts on North High Street by riding through the Ohio State campus and along High Street. Things started out okay. You can see I'm crossing the moat here, or the pedestrian bridge, on West Campus over to Ohio State's main campus. Those two towers to my front are residential towers. You might notice the iconic Ohio State Stadium off to the left. The first thing you have to do battle with at Ohio State are these little robots that deliver food. They are everywhere. And dead scooters, even more frequent. You see them all over the place. Most ubiquitous, so, are these young people. I mean, they walk around this campus like they live here or something. Well, I guess that's maybe because they do. That's Mirror Lake off to my left. All the time I've lived in Columbus, I've lived about 15 minutes from Mirror Lake for the last 20 years or so. I've never been there. This is the first time I've actually been there. Mirror Lake sadly has been the scene of some major mishaps. Students used to jump into this lake during Michigan Week. There were some serious injuries and even deaths. In 2015, a student jumped into the lake head first and was killed. After that, the university put a stop to the practice. They even redesigned the lake, and I think they drain it during Michigan Week. This is the Oval Ohio State. It's an iconic landscape feature. To me, it seems like a way for the landscapers to keep the kids out of the grass, but that's just a working theory. I'm pretty sure that's not true. It was fun to ride on, though. Eventually I'm going to make it through Ohio State University and onto High Street, which runs adjacent to the university. I'm going to make a choice. I'm either going to go north or south, and I've got a 50% chance of being right, and of course I'm going to make the wrong turn and go south. But that's okay. When you ride a bike down High Street, you can see things that you do not see when you're driving. And sometimes you can get away with things that you can't get away with on a car. For example, I saw this road closed sign. I said, really? Maybe I can get through there on my bike. But through the miracle of editing, you won't find out that it's actually closed down there, and I couldn't get through. I had to double back. Ironically, I see the Village Idiot sign here, and I think to myself, I'm going in entirely the wrong direction, and this is where I turn it around. And the mistakes, they just keep coming. Here I'm going to pass a bus, which could have been a mistake. Thankfully it wasn't. But oh look, I'm going to run a red light. Surely that's not going to happen again, right? Until I get to the next red light. And I run that red light as well. I'm lucky I didn't get a ticket. By the way, that dude up there in the picture, that's my son. He's a freshman now at Ohio State, and this will teach him for not watching my videos. Here's Newport Music Hall off to my right. I'm sure a lot of people have great fond memories of Newport Music Hall. There's also a nice blend of local retailers and national retailers. There's a Target there across from campus. There's a Chick-fil-A, I believe that's right here across from campus. And of course, everywhere has to have a McDonald's. There's a McDonald's. Another mistake I made is I actually drove past or rode past Buckeye Donuts the first time and had to double back. But here I am at Buckeye Donuts. The first mistake I made, or another mistake, probably a mistake, is I had 3 donuts. This is the glazed donut. It was kind of dry. Probably not the best glazed donut I've had. This was a cinnamon sugar donut that I could not resist. I really love cinnamon sugar donuts, but I don't think they're supposed to be crunchy, and that one seemed to be a little bit crunchy. Great atmosphere here, by the way, with the exception of the Rob Thomas music. Yeah. And here's the Buckeye donut. Any donut with peanut butter is probably not a good idea for me, but I'm not a quitter. Once I start something, I finish. So overall, Buckeye Donuts, great location, good atmosphere, but the donuts were kind of mid. So when I left Buckeye Donuts, I decided I'd go down the alley. The alley was kind of a nice break on this day because it was very windy, and these taller buildings gave me some shelter from the wind. Also, I could see a lot of construction going on to the east of High Street, and that's generally been a place that people have avoided. It looks like there's a rebirth going on there. So lots of brick in this alley. There was a lot of vibration, and that probably contributed to my final mistake of the day, but I'll never be sure how much it did contribute. Yeah, so this is definitely my last mistake of the day. And to be honest, the camera just fell off the bike. The bike didn't drop. I didn't fall off the bike, so I was fine. Here's some pictures that I took afterwards. And here's a video that I shot. So, and here comes the cheesy life lesson. You know, on the bike, just like in life, we're going to make mistakes. And I think the key is just moving on. Look, I moved on from this and I had a great day. Sure, it helped that my camera wasn't broken, but still, I had a great day. Keep on moving forward, people. I'll see you on the next ride. Thanks for watching.